What is up, everyone? How you all doing? So today I just want to talk to you about a little bit of a problem, I would say, that I'm having. And before I do that, I just want to show you this new range bag that I got over here from Emhe. And this has been a really cool bag, I must say. I used it for the first time yesterday, brought it to the range. I made it just for the range. I'm exclusively using it for the range, and I'll tell you why I love it. This is made full of racket coil right here, and that helps any abrasion, anything you get stuck on, anything gets stuck, any of your gear that gets stuck in here. It's really tough material and really good for any outdoor use or range use like I'm using it. It's got a lot of different pockets, small buckles on the side. Just take a look at the size. The size itself speaks for the whole bag. Look at the size. It's like an egg-shaped size. So it holds everything condensed. There's no shaking, no stuff moving around. Great for range, great for backpacking, great for hiking, great for any of your outdoor things. It's got padding in the back, all different types of straps over here. One of my favorite things is that it's got YKK zippers, and if you don't know what that is, I didn't either until I came upon this bag. Manufactured in Japan. Usually the first thing to break on a good gear bag is the zippers. Well, with Emhe you have no issue, and I want to thank Emhe for sending this to me. This has been I've been really enjoying this bag. Not only that, it's also water repellent. Look at that. Right? Well, okay, the straps can get water, but look at that. This material of the main bag, water resistant. That's actually really cool. Of course, these straps, the racket coil, will get wet, but the actual core of your bag is water resistant. That is very cool. Anyways, to talk about the issue that I'm having, today I am comparing my Sig P365 to the Smith Wesson Bodyguard. As much as you can tell me this is pocket carry, it's not a pocket carry gun. Yes, it is a very compact. I really love it. Don't get me wrong. I really love it. But these summer months, or in general, I'm usually a dress pants wearing guy. If that's a thing. I'm not usually wearing jeans. I don't usually wear t-shirts. I wear formal dress clothes on my day-to-day, and I want something that I can really conceal. Now, this has been great. First of all, shout out to Gowutar for the amazing red dot that they provided me, and black steel. Check out those videos if you want to see more on that. But it's definitely not something that could just slip in my pocket. And I was wondering, what if I also, in addition to this, got the Bodyguard 2.0. So I'm going to go to the range, test out both of these, see which one I like better, tell you what my thoughts are, pros and cons, and I'll see you guys there. So let's go. So we're here at the range, and I apologize for the angle. It was a little difficult to get everything in the frame in this little small range booth. But if you can see, the Bodyguard 2.0, the barrel length is only slightly shorter than P365, although it is way thinner. That is a major difference, I must say. So here I'm comparing the weight, and obviously the Bodyguard 2.0 is much lighter than the P365, as it's much thinner and a little bit shorter. But that is, of course, is that the P365 is a 9mm caliber, while the Bodyguard is a 380 ACP, which we'll get to in a moment. So 380 ACP is a slightly smaller round than 9mm, which allows the firearm to be more compact and smaller, and hence much easier to carry than even a small 9mm like the P365. So before I try this out for myself, I've been hearing that this is a flat shooting pistol, which you can see clearly that is not true. Don't get me wrong, it's very comfortable to shoot, a really nice experience. It still definitely has some snappiness to it. Just take a look at this angle as well. You can clearly see that it has some snappiness to it. You may hear some other YouTubers say, wow, it shoots like a 22. That just wasn't the case in my experience. So after shooting a few rounds through it, just out of the blue, would stop firing, started malfunctioning. You can see over here POV angle. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I'm not a very experienced shooter. I'm more beginner to intermediate. So what I did was just take the round out of the chamber and put in a new round. And it did help, but it did happen a couple times. Now I'm not very concerned. I'm sure it's not a overall problem. It was probably just an issue with this firearm, as it is a range gun and probably is being used by hundreds of people. But still, it was quite interesting that it would just keep malfunctioning. So now moving on to the P365, which is a 9mm handgun, which I am a little more experienced in because it has been my carry for the last year and a half. However, from my testing, it felt more or less the same recoil-wise as the Smith Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. But you tell me, how does it look to you? Let me know in the comments. So what are my thoughts after this initial test? If I had to choose one, I would stick with my P365. I like 9mm, although I do like the thinness and the lightness of the Bodyguard 2.0. It's just not that much of a difference for me to switch. But what do you think? Please let me know in the comments. Which one would you choose if you had to choose one? Thank you, and see you in the next one.